好，刚刚成功的去解锁那个牧师伙伴哦。这个我把他的书给了他之后，他就嚷嚷了一些话，说他的打算也打算离开啊。那他好像还不会跟着我，他会在我的那个太空船上面等着我。我发现我目前还只困在这个星球，还不能离开这里。之后的主线任务可以带我到其他星球去，对不对？但我目前就是在这个水岸镇附近晃来晃去。好了，接下来要去调配那个地热场主控终端了。这个就有敌人吗？好可爱，有什么东西？这个叫有敌人啊！哎，不对，看错看错。要怎么选择呢？我觉得是，哎，这是怪，我靠，这都是怪。他说他们的蓝色小方块是要害，哪里有蓝色小方块？远距离处理掉这些怪吧，太多了吧？NPC 旁边看戏哦，电网。远距离把他们解决掉。他们应该不会出来吧？哎，NPC 进去了。在外面支援他啦。他们路人在哪里啊？他死了，也没死。哎，那个是什么意思？哎，这是我救的那个 NPC 吗？不是吧？怎么进去啊？哦，有怪有怪！我看到蓝色小方块了，真的很小一个哎。玩家，我有的是子弹啊。终端解除安全护栏。好，你复活啦？指南针，这都是换金道具。科学家都死在这里了。哪里有自动贩售机啊？他说我发现了，可是我不知道在哪。 应该在建筑物里面。这好像没什么好逛的，只能进去了。对，可能要进行那个玩家可能会遇到第一个终极选择什么？哦，在这里啦。
The control room should be off to the right.
武器可能还是拆解换成东西比较好。
I hope we're doing the right thing.
这看，哎，
Unexpected noise identified.
有怪，
Heading out.
去跟他打。
Investigating.
Here they come.
人呢？我靠！这个那把枪很烂的，用狙击枪啊！这步枪很烂呢。近战的时候用散弹枪会不会好一点？这种小小的空间不适合使用步枪，解锁。Nice。有了。机械体失控了。那个老蜂蜜难道说的是真的吗？好多门哦。哦。偷好偷满，有没有前行加好一点的头盔？有加5哎，那个头盔我都是一律显示，不显示啊，不然很丑。我还没有使用过这个喷子哎，有没有敌人让我试一下？打开门，输入密码，有了。 大影们训有个任务更新了。9一份中间制，敌击逻辑模块被锁在大厅对面的一个储藏室，需要钥匙卡。可不可以先解这个？哦，这2个，这比较贵哦。
Oh, I wish I could do that.
哇，可选。钥匙卡，保安总长，该不会是那个老人吧？不对，保安总长是谁啊？哦，有在这里，有怪哦。声音。
Process investment.
You took one down.
NPC 比我还激动。保安总长，我应该可以找到他的尸体。
Oh, security control.
这个是那个调配电力终端嘛？等一下，等一下。杰里米，哎，你在这里？
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
他可以帮我哎。帮我战斗。哦。 哦，找到了。 先去开那个门啊。有了，完成一个任务了。好了，接下来就是要做决定了啊！太多楼了吧？要到6楼去哦。这栋建筑物从外面看没有这么大哎，但它这游戏里面就是这么大。
Get away! Get away!
啊？有人在讲话哎。
You're not real. 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 You're not real.
谁在讲话啊？哎，
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy.
那就是2周啊，讲那么多。
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
所以你就吃零薯。
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
我可不怕机械体。
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical
我
engineering.
那个选项前面有一个
There's
挂
a
号愚
behavior
蠢。
control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
公很小。
Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
你看刚刚有一个门上面说到切金斯的密码就是他的，可以偷吗？他看起来不怎么以为意，他看起来也是不太想理我，神志有点癫狂。在这种地方怎么活下来？这不是跟核能、热能相关的吗？他最好是有办法活在这里。上去。 这梯子是，我是用滑的，是不是啊？为什么这么滑？梯子都这么滑？有个门呢。其实这游戏。 很多地方像这种进来就是一个工作台而已嘛。它不是，好像不止工作台。你在用这些，你透过你的技能点、技能的专长，什么威吓、说服等等，你只要使用这些选项都会获得经验值。所以可以的时候还是多用一下嘛，对不对？应该是这样吧。包包很小重复了就卖了。
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
我觉得扣血。哦呦，不行！隔壁有什么？这可以上去哪里啊？喂！我的杰里尼呢？没有来帮我打怪啊。
Sis.
这个吉他动画有什么意义吗？我绕过来了。 哦，关起来了。我可以改写这些机器人的攻击目标，看一下怎么做。哦，这怪好多哎！ 他用反手在敲哎、我好惨哦！你要复活了吗？哎， 来 NPC 是这样子起来的、啊。我还在想说 NPC 怎么会凭空复活嘞？他原来是在地上躺下就起来了。他刚还用板头在敲这些怪。这里跟迷宫一样啊！我天啊！这什么？嗯？这干嘛的？刚有一个任务是说可以把那个机器人的那个攻击模式调整到不要攻击我这样，可是那个任务提示不知道跑到哪里去了。武器受损了，哇！修改行为，选择新目标，定义入侵者。感觉就成功了吧，我就不用再跟他们打了。虽然他们也被我杀的差不多就是了。好，我怎么到那边去？在6楼，现在4楼，先想办法上楼。在上楼，在这里呀、啊，晃了一圈，终于要回来做重建，要做决定了。发电厂状态：翡翠谷地热发电厂22%功率，当前电力输送目的就是这2个地方嘛。调配电力，检测到安全故障。不可逆操作，总共就要3个气阀。 刚开了一个嘛。
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
对啊。跟着任务就跟着任务指引走。这是一个。
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
哦，因为所以这个是开关啦。我刚刚还以为那个就是改变电力输送的那一个，所以我还没有一直就经过的时候没有去按它。在楼上。好，其实这个3个按开关的动作啊，是让玩家在进行决定前再思考一下。 是否要这样做？这样，好了，这你要做决定了吗？
Once we do this, there's... Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
哇，这个真的是选择哎。基本上呢，他这个 NPC 特别跳出来跟我讲话，就是说这个选择是没办法回头的。其实逃亡者们互相帮助那个团体，我觉得是很 OK。但是说真的，整个水岸镇我其实不喜欢的，可能也就是李德这个人。
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
我有点进入抉择了。逃亡者就是一个小团体而已嘛。太空人之险这个小镇，可是，逃亡者就是一个小团体而已。但是如果我成功的让那个水岸镇继续运转，对我来说可能比较好吧。好，我决定了。君子的调配目的地。 你公然漠视太空人之选财产的行为，已记录日志。OK， 我的声望应该掉到底了吧？我看一下。哎，还好嘛，尊敬100%，哇，尊敬哎，才加一点点而已嘛，还可以嘛。还可以的嘛，我以为那个逃亡者村庄的那个负值会直接拉满嘞。还行，这出去会不会有人在门口堵我啊？我已经存档了，没办法回头了。有人在门口堵我吗？没有哎、哈，我还要回去找他啊！我靠！我做了这么违背他们意愿的选择，还要回去找他们哦，这不是自寻死路吗？看起来像是有电的样子啊！哎，完了！完了！你干嘛？边缘人啊！
How do you expect me to enjoy the adventures of the masked marketeer with no power?
完了，要被谴责了。
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
他们还不知道是我断的电吗？
I'm trying to think.
哇！
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? Are you really this moronical, or are you just putting on airs? Listen here, Hullhead. I'm only gonna say this once. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
啊！等一下，这个选项，哦，我可以。如果我能够把这些人成功的搬回水岸镇，再干掉那个很白目的李德。
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four
选择
walls
性
together.
任务哎，他跳出一个选择性任务，说让李德免职哎，可以杀了他或说服他离开欸。我想要知道他跟水岸镇到底为什么有这么多的过节，为什么这么不爽？
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
哇
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
哇，这个地方一直没办法成功的摘籽，就是因为他们没找到方式。这个人阿德莱德成功的是利用人类的尸体来摘育那个植物，哎，他还是个狠人哎。
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town.
哦，这是他的条件。
My son worked in that cannery.
哦。
When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
原来是这样子，我感觉可以理解的啊。这个事情的始末，这批逃亡者 ，OK， 可以让我拿了吗？这批逃亡者为何在这？哦，里面有电打不开，就是因为这个领头的他的儿子在瘟疫来的时候，李德拒绝给他治疗啊。然后他儿子先是死的第一个，所以他才带着这批人出走，这么愤怒。然后我选择把电导回水岸镇，但是我好像开启了另外一个主线的感觉。我现在有选项可以去干掉李德，然后这个女人说她有解除瘟疫的方法，但是她谈的第一个条件就是说李德要离开这个镇。好，那这应该就是我的下一个目标啊。可选，拒绝回到水岸，除非李德出局。他回去的话，他的人会跟他一起回去。拒绝回去，运气好的话，你和其他逃亡者谈的或许能成功。他特别建议你和格雷斯或托马斯。OK。哦，然后这个就是我飞船的大主线嘛。我先在这边再跟这个文化族群泽安镇的人打个交道啊。他们会听我讲吗？
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
他们好像还不知道断电是我造成的。
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
我全部都有了嘛？你说那个讯息盘，我手里有一册。我在这个任务，如果我在接之前没有找到东西，我要再回去一趟。重点是我刚在稍早在那个社区中心的时候，就全部集齐了嘛。我还在想那个是干嘛的。
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
哎，第3份我没找到啊。哎，我都找到了嘛。第一部分。
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
Oh，
In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
还有更多的。
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
他用钱，然后我现在他们对我的声望降低了，但是我还是可以提升呢，靠这些任务。
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
现在是尊敬。还有更
Well,
多
don't
的。
keep me in suspense.
最后一侧，
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen.
恭喜啊，恭喜！
Aside from you, Miss Parvati,
他是不是在追他？
I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you.
蓄电表
Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
好啊，刚给他玩他3册他很喜欢的东西，我拿了一堆经验值跟钱，这些要把坏事往他脸上丢啦。
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
你一定是工程师啊！
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
这是为什么？
Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything
好，这个问题
Edgewater
白问了。
stands for, hates what that town does to people, what it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
阿德莱德很重视这些人，
You know where to find me.
看来在这些人在这边再待一阵子之前，我还可以去说服李德赶快主动辞职。这样这些人，这样阿德莱德就会愿意和这些人一起回去嘛。
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it. The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
哇，这一直有这个选项哎。
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony.
他讲的
A
很，
big, heartless machine of metal and gears
他把它讲
grinding
的规
workers
模很
down
大
to
哎。
dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed. Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
去跟他讲一下话。
Look at that. The snake's come back.
不要这么酸嘛！这个是飞船任务，就暂时先搁置。好，我接下来的这个任务目标应该就是想办法让这个李德自己辞职，或是用把他干掉嘛。好，先在这边做一个断点啊，这是第4集吧？我一口气玩了4、5个小时哦，我的天哪
Few more nights like this and we're all turning feral. Got the strangest craving for Adrena time.
好啦，先做一个断点哦，讲一下这个游戏就如 Steam 上的标签一样，它真的是选择导向性的游戏，这个我还蛮喜欢的。因为根据玩家的选择改变剧情的走向，这个是我很有兴趣的内容。我的加点，看一下，我已经都是正100了，都满了。不过都是次要的声望，这个才是主要的。我甚至都还没上太空呢，这游戏应该是要上太空的啦，只是我连船都还没修好，我还在水岸镇周围打转。接下来我会尝试把你的免职啦，然后我相信如果我在发电厂时选择不一样，我可能把水岸镇的店导到这里。那你可能一整个任务的走向就都不一样了。这游戏的文本内容真的有够丰富，光是一个选项，看事物光几样选项 ，NPC 都可以讲出一堆有的没的之类的。这游戏的文字内容量非常丰富哦。那就不要 SL 啦，这游戏 SL 其实我觉得应该没什么意义吧，就依照自己的心去做选择。然后有时候看这个选一些很白痴好笑的选项，有时候却要认真的对主线的剧情做改变跟影响。那我想这是人的本性啊。虽然我现在好像把这个店从这个植物研究室这边抽离，好像是在跟这些逃亡者作对，但是我现在又好像要去帮这些逃亡者去替他们着想了，因为我接下来要去想办法让李德免职嘛，然后让李德免职之后，我就可以把这个阿德莱德跟他的逃亡者们拉回水岸镇，解决瘟疫。然后让他什么可以种植温室，开一个温室，解决那边的人民疾苦问题，这样子的，挺有趣的。好啦，先休息一下啦，晚点再玩啦。